joining us from the Americas, and I don't know where, but I'm sure there will be many. So today I'm having a very interesting gentleman. So like all of you will know, so this is a video talking about our real masterclass for people who want to become a solar developer. And I have with me a gentleman that I will not name because I want to give him the pleasure to do it. So what is your name?
My name is Cedric Mbianji.
Okay. Yeah, hello, Cedric. So we've been
yes.
we know each other now for a good couple of years, so maybe a little bit more. I can't recount things, but it's a pleasure for me to have you on our platform to share your experience and for people to get to know you. Like I say, you're a very ambitious solar developer now, so doing great things in Central Africa. So would you mind, please, properly introducing yourself so people get to know a little bit more who you are?
Okay. Well, first, thanks for inviting me to this for this video and for this introduction to your masterclass. So, as I said earlier, I'm Cedric Mbianji. I currently live in the UK, and my background is in engineering.
Mm-hmm.
So I've done my university courses were about engineering. So I've got a bachelor and master in electronic and electrical engineering, but I'm more specialized in energy conversion.
Okay.
So you can already see the link with renewable, because it's all about converting energy. So that's my background. So for the past 9 or 10 years, I've been working in engineering in the UK, not really in the solar industry or renewable energy industry, but for numerous sectors. So I've worked in aerospace and for a few years, and now I'm working in a field called vacuum technology. So again, nothing related to solar, but the skills that I use are the same. Yeah, the skill that I use to have a technical understanding is the same, or they are the same. It's all about converting energy, even for all those sectors where I worked in. I was always working around different ways to convert energy, whether it was from mechanical to electrical or electrical to electrical and something like that. Yeah. So that's my background, and I've started looking at solar or renewable energy, I think about 5 or 6 years ago. Yeah, exactly 6 years ago. But I always knew that I wanted to do something in engineering, in energy, I meant. So it's always been in the back of my mind. As I said to myself when I finished my university, that I would spend about 9 or 10 years working and getting a lot of experience. And then after that, I will just go and embark in this crazy journey of an entrepreneur, and especially in renewable energy. Yeah. So I've been working on this for the past 6 years. That's about me. Apart from that, I'm just a normal guy. simple family life. Yes.
You're a normal, boring guy doing great things. I'm sure many people would like to be that boring. So, Cedric,
yes.
Thanks for that. That's great. And you actually made my job easier because you responded to the first, but also the second question I was gonna have, which is obviously how did you find your way into the industry, which you sort of just mentioned there. So let me just jump into the next question then, where it's more related to what was the challenges that you've gone through specifically, or has it been that smooth? Because you've done energy conversion, you have the skills. So I had the impression that everything was just smooth for you. So have you had any challenges you had to overcome?
Of course, if anyone doesn't have any challenges, then I don't know, you must be God or something. Yes, it's been an interesting journey, yeah. But I always believe that if nothing is challenging you, then it's probably not worth doing, yeah. It's been really interesting because I had the technical, or I still have the technical knowledge about from my experience, yeah, about renewable energy or energy conversion in general, yeah. But one of the biggest challenges that I faced were or was about understanding the sector itself, yeah. So not about technical side, but about the business side, yeah, the business side, and how to increase market share, or how to get into the market, what drives people to move into renewable energy, why do they need it, understanding the concepts. So not just the technical side, saying, okay, you've got solar panels and converters and so on, but what people need to know, or what do they need to acquire, for example, a solar photovoltaic system, for example. So the first challenge was to understand the customers.
Okay.
That was one of the first challenges, because I believe if you want to sell something, then you might as well want to know whether it's relevant first. So it was understanding the customers, understanding their needs, and why this would be useful for them. Yeah, and all the other challenges were about the sector itself, as I mentioned, because the technical side is one thing. Yeah, the other side is the business side of the it's the business side of this sector, which for me was new. Yeah, I needed to understand the I don't know, all the keywords and all the inside knowledge about the whole energy and renewable energy business, understanding all the different incentives that are going on. Well, because I was, maybe I must clarify that I was focused in Africa, yeah, not Europe. So I needed to understand how the energy sector first in Africa, or in Central Africa in my case, and more specifically in Cameroon, it was to understand first the energy sector and the energy market there, understanding the need, and understanding the different products that could appeal to people there, yeah, and also understanding the whole process about putting together a project, yeah, a renewable energy project, yeah. So there's one side, understanding the market and the customers, but the other side was to understand the different pieces of this puzzle, which is about developing solar, for example, or renewable energy. So from doing feasibility studies and going all the way in different steps in moving into doing environmental studies for your project, and also the financial bit, which was a different ball game as well, because you might think you have a great technical solution, but it might not be what's the term in English? Bankable.
Okay.
Is that a term?
Yeah.
Is that a term?
Yeah.
Is that the term in English? Yeah.
Yeah.
So you might put together a solid project on a technical level, but no one can invest in it, or no one can finance it. So for me, these were some of the challenges, well, the key challenges, yeah, into understanding this market or this sector. So again, it was the business side, how to understand the full process of developing a renewable energy project. So knowing all the stakeholders and what do they require, what do they need in order to embark on this project, how to make this project bankable, and at the end, and the end customer or the end user as well. Yeah. So these were some of the challenges that I faced. I don't even want to talk about the market itself in Africa, which is still young. Yeah. Especially for Central African countries, or even for Africa in general, it's still a young market. Yeah. Even though countries like South Africa or or North Africa are a bit ahead, but
they advance, yeah.
They advance, they really advanced. But as a whole, it's still an emerging market. It's still a new market, and it's still new. So not all countries are geared up for this type of energy source. So it's not like in Europe where you've got a lot of incentives and you've got a lot of policies in place to facilitate developers going into the market. So it's the African market is still young, and there's a lot of challenges. Yeah, first of all, there aren't many people doing it. Yeah. Most of companies, well, from what I've understood and what I've gathered so far, most of companies are multinationals or international companies. Yeah, you don't have a lot of homegrown company doing some big projects or some solar energy projects.
This is actually perfect. Sorry for interrupting you. I'm saying that because you exactly tap into, again, my next question, which you're already responding to, which was actually...
I should probably talk slowly.
No, yes. I think it's simply because you understand the project so well that you're already in advance. But that was actually my question. Please, I didn't want to stop you. I definitely want you to carry on. I just wanted to say that just for the benefit of people watching us, that the question was going to be, why do you believe it's so important to have local solar developers? Please go back to you.
It's well, for me, there are multiple reasons why there should be a lot of us working in this sector. The first thing is that the more the industry grows, the lower the prices will be. Yeah, because we all know that one of the main issues now is how to finance the solutions. Yeah, it still has a high entry cost, yeah, for users. So the more there are people or people work, or more developers, I think it might contribute in driving the prices low. Yeah, even though it might be just a small piece of the puzzle, but it will definitely increase that. And secondly, I think it will accelerate the knowledge and the educational side. Yeah, because to sell, or for people to get those products, they need to understand them. Yeah, and people still don't understand why. Don't understand the whole concept of solar and renewable energy. Yeah? They still. Well, I can take a simple example. Well, people are still using diesel generators, for example. Well, there's a climate side at one end, and the other side is about having stable cost. Yeah, for example, if you get a solar system, for example, you're not exposed to fluctuation price of diesel, for example. So the more they are, the more people will be aware. The awareness will be raised, and that will facilitate the market penetration. Yeah, or it will increase the market share as a whole. Yeah, I think it will also put. From my point of view, put African developers on the map. Yeah, we won't just rely on international companies or multinationals coming to get some projects in Africa. It means that we will be able to do it ourselves. It will also, because it's probably one of the things that you'll do, but it also increase the say in some aspect the technology transfer. Yeah. Because I take my example, yeah, I've acquired a lot of knowledge here. I'm not the only one. There are many of us like me out there, yeah. But I've acquired some knowledge, and we can now transfer it back to Africa. So that will also improve that side. And of course, as I said earlier, this market is still young, yeah. And the more there are people like us doing it, the more and the faster it will grow. Yeah, I think Africa has always been that odd continent where we always take big leaps. Yeah, if I always take the comparison with the mobile industry, where we went from landline and we jumped the landline side, then went straight to mobile and stuff like that. Yeah, so we have that well, I won't say that habit, but Africa tends to do it. And then if the more we are doing this, I think the better it will be, yeah, for the industry in Africa. Yeah.
That's exactly what we are thinking as well. Because I think for local problem, we need local solution. It doesn't mean that foreign company or foreign developer are not welcome. Definitely, but
yes, yeah, of course.
But the truth of the matter is, usually when international company will come in those countries, they tend to want to focus on big projects simply because the economics makes more sense for them.
Yes.
But at the same time, you still have
Yes.
people on the ground that have the issue, that's still struggling as well for power shortages, power outages, and they also require a solution. They can't talk to those international company because it's just a mismatch. And this is a gap that can easily be filled if we have people on the ground that can provide a service. It's not to say that there's no developer at all for those countries. It's just like they're not enough, first of all, and they're not enough of them who are, let's say, skilled and do know how to properly do the job. Because obviously, if it's not also done properly, that's what is sort of bringing these sometimes bad reputation for the sector. So thank you very much for that, for this first interview, Cedric. Obviously, there is a second part where we're going to be talking a lot more about your experience, going through the program yourself, and then sharing with people as well what is your feeling. But first of all, let me say thank you very much, because I know you had to rush today. You were quite busy, but you also dedicated to come and talk to the people. So we really appreciate that. So we will talk to you very shortly. See you in a few minutes. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Cheers.